Hello everyone. Today's topic for Module 5 video journals would be on the topic of child abandonment. I found this article on the website AP News. The title of the article is Omaha Police Make Arrest in Case of Abandoned Newborn. The article is as early as April 9th, 2020. The article talks about how police arrested a woman called Maria Paez Perez for leaving her 7-pound baby Vicente Cruz on the porch of some person in a specific neighborhood. Maria Paez Perez was arrested because there was suspects and witnesses, and there was even security video to find out who she left the baby at, and who she left the baby with, and where she did it exactly. She was arrested on Monday, and she was charged with child abuse and abandonment. The couple that reported the baby on their doorstep, they called the police immediately when they saw the security footage of Maria Paez Perez dropping the baby off at their porch. They say they saw a young woman get out of a car in front of their house, run up to the porch with a package, which was the baby. She then laid the package on the chair, then ran back to her car and sped off. Ms. Paez Perez was covered with a hoodie, but the security footage and the couple who witnessed this was also able to tell apart who she was and was able to track her down. The reason I bring up the topic of abandonment is because during this pandemic there are a lot of cases of child abuse spiking due to children having to stay at home, parents having no job, making cases of stress and anger and abuse way higher in families. And the cases of abandonment, meaning that there are not a lot of services out there that will take any children right now due to the pandemic, kind of like adopting or foster care or stuff like that, perhaps in special cases, but abandonment is still such a very risky issue to deal with. And then I found this other article on goodtherapy.org that mentioned some of the effects that abandonment has on children. They said that it can stifle their children's emotional expression. It can ridicule a child. Some people hold their children to standards that are too high, rely too heavily on children for their own sense of worth, treat their children as peers, and that's a pattern of like emotional abandonment or neglect, and which can also be traumatic. And that's when that's how parents do it, at least. It also pointed out that abandonment can affect relationships, meaning that a partner can give too much or can be a people pleaser. A person can envy other relationships. There could be trust issues, there can be feelings of insecurity, lack of emotional intimacy, a need for the partner to control everything, and then settling in a less than satisfactory relationship. And that's in adults, because it doesn't only happen in children, it also happens with adults as well. And then those are the signs of adults who have abandonment issues. You can find the fear of abandonment in children by seeing if they're clinging or they have separation anxiety, if they're worrying or they panic, if they fear being alone, if they get sick more often due to stress, and if they have any difficulty concentrating. They also lack a lot of social skills. And some long-term effects can lead to like anxiety, depression, codependence, and sometimes borderline personality disorder. And this is all from the Good Therapy website. And I think that abandonment is an issue that should be touched on more heavily, because it is real and it is happening to a lot of people. Thank you for listening to my topic.